I mean, right around the corner. But the hope is, it's a big hope, but the hope is that we can get 2 apps launched, or at least beta hit within a month of each other. So I think it'll happen. So now it's just about getting all the work in on there. So yeah, you meant to. Oh, Cameron, you goof. Yeah, it's funny. Cameron actually brought up in our Discord, brought up some an idea for an app that we've actually already made. So that's cool that you dropped that, Cameron. I think Moody Marini release date. Yeah, we're based. So kind of like the steps are, first we're gonna do Joey. Let me look at like a calendar to kind of get like dates in mind, I guess. But so Save Joey, we're still shooting for a beta around this time. In about 2 weeks from now. And then by early August is when we're hoping to launch it. Then we'll be hitting beta for Digital Closet probably the last week of August, just to be safe, kind of thing. Is when we'll be hitting the Closet app beta. Right around, probably between the 20th and the 27th is my hope right now for Digital Closet. And then that one will be launching, early September kind of thing. And so basically from there, we're probably going to spend another few weeks like getting bugs wrapped up and getting, a few task tree major updates, hopefully around the rest of September. And then that point, we'll be jumping into Moody Me early October. Until, so that one will probably be hitting around November area kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an insane schedule the next few weeks, 3 months. We also do this for clients. And so, depending on if we get a few clients to close on the development, we're still in design stage on a few projects that might go to the development. And so that might slow Moody Me down if we have to pause, or if we have to put a little bit of work into client stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, we're actually planning on bringing on 1 to 2 developers in the next month or so. So that might not even affect it, the timeline actually, if we do get to work on some client stuff. So what's up, Ella? How you doing? Good day, right? It's morning for you. So right, or no? It's like really late for you, right? Yeah, what do we develop in? So we build in Flutter. It's funny. This is it's like very much a game, right? But here we are, building in Flutter, and it's not actually because for us, like, this is an app. It's not a game. You know what I mean? But I've had a few people like asking for using Unity, and I'm like, no. Why would we? Oh yeah, this is a game. So. Lisa, is it Lisa or Liza? Anyways, hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. And X Leaper, what's going on? Yeah, it's like 1. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Cool. Good. It's been a crazy month, and so all of this stuff with Save Joey happened, early July or early June, and so now it's early July, and we're Lisa. Okay, cool. And so we're really heavy into dev, and so now there's a few screens that I realized we've missed, and we do need to make a few tweaks around the designs as well. And then I know we always get into accessories, but honestly, we have so many freaking accessories. Like, let's just go. Let me go show you the list of accessories that we have. Like, look at this. There's a lot of accessories, So, wait, when does this come out? Because I just got a job and you needed. Oh, sweet. Well, congrats on the job, by the way. And I think until it comes out, just act like you don't have that money. That's how I've tried to handle all of my new jobs or raises is trying to act like I don't have the money that I the new influx, I guess. So but yeah, anyways, we're shooting for the 20th or the 21st on this app. So yeah, it'll be coming soon. So don't you worry. Cocomelon Joey. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is, like, let's avoid accessories because we do have a lot of really detailed work around these icons. And so this was actually, we made these the first day of design. Like you can actually see the old, like the first like stage of design in the background. I haven't updated it. Like this is what we got to the first day that we were designing. And the whole thing was that when a Joey dies, there's like a tombstone around. What it does is it scans your largest purchase from the last week, and then it puts it into a category, and then we made an icon for each. And so that's kind of how it's going to be, is like there's going to be like a, rest in peace Joey the Third, shouldn't have bought those shoes, right? Because it's like going to be categorized based on the transaction. So I've got a list of all of the transaction categories, and so I think we're going to make some icons for those as well. And then, we can have some fun like writing out the text for the shouldn't have bought those shoes, because these we were getting really good. Like we had a lot of fun the first round. So, but first, before we do that, we need to finalize the upgrading screens. So let's dig into that. Because so basically what happens is you tap this button and then the modal comes up, and you'll be able to, manage upgrading the structure of the castle. You could upgrade it to like a palm tree or, a TV, right? Or a Joey Wood sign. Joey Wood sign is definitely my favorite one. So it's the one that I'll be saving up for. So I would love to be able to say, okay, let me go see what I can buy. And then I can go upgrade for that, But first, we do need to talk about what we have owned, because whenever you purchase so first of all, you can upgrade the castle to something else, and then you can also upgrade the color of the water to something else. And once you make that purchase, then you forever own that. And you can add it later. Like you can change, from a castle to a palm tree. But then you can also go back to the castle, and you'll always have that castle, and you'll also always have the palm tree. So basically, we have two things that you own out in the beginning: is you own the color of this blue, and then you own the castle. So let's first really quickly go make that change. Here, dude. All right. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool that we have it like locked into the structure here, so it's actually funny, there's some remnants. So I copied this exact structure from our other app, Tastry, to try to make like the design a little, or the UI development a little bit easier. So so there's some like, I just had to delete like a little check mark that was hidden up there. So yeah. Kuhn, you're currently working on some client work, by the way. I forgot to bring that up. Yeah, I appreciate you asking for some advice here and there on the Discord. I think by the way, anybody who's getting into design, if you'd like to have me look at any of your UI shots or anything, I'm happy to help you on that. So let me know. So question, should we have it like in this thing? We're planning on finishing this app around the 20th or not finishing, sorry. We're going to be hitting beta on this app around the 20th. And then we'll be coasting at that point to get to the How do you play this? So it's not out just yet. So sorry that you came just a little. The FYP sent you our way a little early, but it's really coming. If you're not on the waitlist already, go to savejoey.com because we've got a waitlist in there. Our plan is that we're going to be hitting around mid to late this month, July. So probably the next 2 weeks or so is when it's going to be coming. So big deal here. So cool. All right. So we've got the structure. Now over here we've got. Can you explain what this app is for? I can definitely do that. But before I do that, your boy Popeye, thanks so much for following. I appreciate you. Welcome to the community. Honestly, I appreciate all of you for hanging with me today. Yeah, if you're in the U.S., it's probably a holiday for you. So thanks for spending your free time with me. I love it. Oh, Cringe Lord, appreciate you for following. So there is a pretty detailed explanation on the most recent video that I just posted. It's like a walkthrough of this app, but I can do a really quick explanation of why, like what the app is for and why you should use it, I guess. So yes, it is going to be free, so basically all of our apps are pay what you can, even if it's zero. So we're going to ask you to pay every once in a while, but you don't have to pay. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We have another app called Task Tree, we have a lot of support over on that app. So basically, as long as it stays that way for us here, we should be able to go. We should be able to bear the brunt of that and sell out for the community to let everybody get it. There's something like awkward about asking for money or asking for a huge amount of money when it's a budgeting app. And so for us, we're gonna ask you for money when you save money is kind of the idea, right? Like because that means that we did our jab, you know what I mean? So yeah. So what's the app about, right? Let's do that really quick. Basically, yeah. So you land in the app and you have a full-grown Joey and a baby Joey tadpole. So based on your average monthly income and your monthly bills, you get a weekly budget, and then that will turn into the water in Joey's bowl. So as you spend your weekly budget, the water in the bowl goes down. All the Joeys start crowding around this little valley, and as long as you don't overspend, your Joey becomes a full-grown Joey. And so that it's only at that point do they actually start sporting their personality through a randomized accessory. You don't get to pick this accessory because it's their personality, right? So basically the idea is it's kind of like Tamagotchi meets Pokemon meets a budgeting app. And so because basically if you save money in real life, you collect new Joeys. Those Joeys might be a clown or it might be Harry Styles, and then from there you can like kind of curate the bowls by upgrading this Joey wood structure. By default, it's going to be a castle. You can upgrade it to be, a palm tree, a fishbowlception, or a Joey wood sign, or there's a bunch of options. And so in order to do that though, you have to sacrifice your Joey. So the point of the game is you save money in real life in succession to the point where you have enough Joeys that you feel like, okay, I can kind of I can start deciding on which Joeys I want to sacrifice and turn into a Holy Ghost Joey, or not Holy Ghost. It's just a Holy Joey. And so basically, you say I don't really like Harry Styles Joey, so I'm gonna sacrifice that one so that I can get the Joey wood sign. And so that's pretty much it, right? Like you curate your bowls, you collect Joeys over time, and there's a huge hit of dopamine on Sundays because every Monday is the week restarts, and now you have a new tadpole Joey, and if you overspend, that Joey's going to be a ghost. However, if you don't overspend that week, the whole week it builds up, and you're like, oh, what kind of Joey is this going to be? And then Sunday comes, and you're like, oh, I got a ghost Joey, he's really cool, and then then it starts over the next day, and that's it. So. What made me decide to make this app? It's really cool how that all started. It started in our Discord. Somebody in our Discord, Melty Mermaid, sent this over. This is all them. They wrote out all these little details, and they were like, "Yo, you should make an ADHD budgeting app." And so then I was about to hop on a live, and so I was like, "Yo, come join me on the live and let's chat about it." So for like an hour and a half, we did all of this work. It was like a mess, It was a crazy few hours, but it was so cool because we didn't have any plans to do a fucking Dolpharoo thing, right? Like, it would be so weird for us to even go that route, you know? So, it's just really cool that it ended up that way, just because I was like, you know, with the community riding it, you know? So, it was really cool. So, love Chastry, excited for this one too. Awesome to hear. We actually did, last week, we did a big live around Tastry, doing like a bunch of new features for Tastry. So this was all of the ones we wrote out on Friday. So there's a huge amount of features coming to Tastry. It's probably just going to be a little while before they all drop. So Dolpharoo merch. Yes, I actually have. We made some merch. We don't have it online anywhere, but I want to. Just like haven't had the time to get a website up, kind of thing. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. So it's coming. So stay tuned. We'll probably let everybody on the wait list know when it's up, when the merch is up, in case you want to get it. So head to SaveJoey.com to get on the wait list for that. So all right, cool. So we've got the walkthrough in. So basically, yeah. So each of these will have an active tag. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this. Stroke it. Okay. Here you go. I actually have the same style used in the. By any chance, do you know when the Closet app will drop? Yeah, we're planning on hitting the Closet app. Should be around. Late August is still the plan right now. So this app, Save Joey, kind of jumped in and skipped ahead of the Closet app. But yeah, we're going to start developing on it this week. Basically, how we're working right now is we've got the database set up for Save Joey. We're making the final calls and connections to the database right now. And once Ted is done with that, he's going to be moving on to Digital Closet, where Dylan, our other developer, he'll be kind of taking the torch and finishing this app on beta. And then right around that point, once we get it to beta, then Ted's going to jump back onto this app and take it across to the launch line. At which point, both of them will really be diving into Digital Closet. And yeah, around our Digital Closet will be probably hitting beta around mid to late August, and then yeah, that's the plan. And so far everything is on the way. So Imagine Wagon 21, thanks for following me, appreciate you. It's a cool name, I like it. And Colin Thorpe, appreciate you as well for following. You all have made a great decision to follow us. No, for real though. Yeah, I'm like. We've got a lot coming. I was just basically talking about our other app, Digital Closet, and we've already got another one launched, and all of this stuff has come from the community, you know, and so it's just super cool that I get to do this every day, and so yeah, thank you all for hanging with me and you know, making me a small part of your life. I know it's super dramatic, but I feel that weight every day in a good way, you know, in a good way. So yeah. Hey, how's it going, Dio? What's up, Dio? I mean, so hey, Light Cars, or hi, Light Cars. How's it going? Thanks for giving me a follow too. So, and also F Hio, what's up? Appreciate you as well. Will it be on the App Store? Yes, it's gonna be on both iOS and Android. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be on the App Store. I think, you know, it's funny. Right now we've only got plans for a what do you call it? Native apps right now, but I do think I foresee us doing web versions, or maybe even like a formal like a desktop app that allows you to have like kind of like a widget of Joey's, like so you can see your Joey's at all times, like on your desktop. I don't know, it's super weird, but like I think that some people would like that, you know. So yeah, we'll see. I think stuff like that's coming, I guess. So. Yeah. Zev, what's up? Long time no see. How are you doing? What's going on? Do you even know about Joey? Have you seen what's happening? The app is going to be called Save Joey because the idea is that you save money in real life, and then that keeps your Joey alive. So yeah, it's super cool. And I actually didn't come up with that. Purple Ninja named it. So Purple Ninja, if you're here, thank you so much for that amazing name. That actually, I think they named it like the second day that we were working on this app, which is super cool. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to play this, head to savejoey.com to get on the wait list. Yeah, it's a good domain name, I think. And just a good name in general. So it's not well, yeah. It's funny. It's like, you could call it a game, right? But yeah, I don't consider it a game. I consider it a budgeting app. But like at the end of the day, it kind of is a game, right? Like it's like a Tamagotchi, but it's a budget. At the end of the day, it really doesn't. It like the whole focus is that you're using your budget to power the whole game. So yeah. Be dancing at a festival soon. What up? That's super cool. You're like, what's the festival? And you're like one of the dancers, right? That's super cool. Yeah. So right now I'm working on these little things here. So I'd hate to have like just a bunch of buttons all the way down. The basics of Joey. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's it's funny. It's a funny app. It's mostly funny because like I just feel like we would have never nobody would have ever in their right mind made an app like this with like it would have been such a weird concept, so I'm like, I think that it's just such a testament to the process that we've been lucky enough to find, is that like like you lean into it, and I hope more people start making apps like this, and then it'll lead to cooler apps, that, because I mean, even when we started this thing, like when Melty Mermaid dropped this whole like sheet of like features that they had in mind, we started by writing out like like the features that we wanted. We mapped out like we were going more traditional budgeting app, right? Like, and then and so like what made us choose Kangaroos, let me explain that a little bit. So we were writing it out of like, we wanted to be able to see your income versus your expenses. And so somebody suggested that we have like a water cup that that is like, half filled. And so as you spend your money, the water goes away. And then it was like, well, actually maybe we make it like a goldfish, right? And then somebody was like, well, I want to name my goldfish Joey. And then, I, searched my icon library for Joey, and then that's where, obviously, a baby or a young kangaroo is a Joey. So that's where the kangaroo happened. And then right then, at that moment, was like, holy shit, this is something cool, So for actually for like 3 or 4 days, it was just a kangaroo in the water, and there was like no rhyme or reason to it, and then we eventually gave Joey more dolphin features, and then so for a while it even had an arm, and then we moved it to a more dolphin-like kind of thing. So I personally, when I look at this, I see kangaroo first. I don't see dolphin first. So I've been pushing for Kangafin instead of Dolpharoo, but the community continues to outvote me that this is a Dolpharoo. But it's funny. I got my wish of a Kangafin by in one of the structures, like so the Joey wood sign, you can upgrade this to a fish bowl. So it's like a bowl within a bowl. Where is it? And so in there is a Kangafin inside of the Joey bowl, which is a Dolpharoo bowl, because it's more dolphin than kangaroo. So it's funny, right? But Elias, what's happening? Thanks for giving me a follow, and also Dank Memes 257. Yeah, appreciate you both for following. Welcome to the community. So, yeah, it will be available soon. So if you are not on the wait list, head over to savejoey.com to get on the wait list. We're shooting for about 2 weeks from now is when we're hoping to get to a beta. So yeah. Albert Sa20, thank you for following me, and also Charlie 194578, appreciate you as well. You all will not regret this. If you come and join the community, go join our Discord and just hang out with us, because we're making some really cool stuff, I think. So yeah. Okay, so we've got this sacrifice button. I'd like to kind of capture that energy inside of this. All right. Boo. Select, I'd say. Don't think it should be gray. Red though, it's like super dramatic. I'm pretty good, User G. What's happening? Oh, I thought you said, how are you? I'm so sorry, I glanced. I look like an asshole. I'll go use it. Right now, it's not available because, literally, like, all of this happened, a month ago. And so, like, within the last month, actually. I think it was, like, the second week of June when this kicked in to high gear. So, basically, we're in full development on this, and right now, we're shooting for around July 20th for a launch date. So, July 20th to the 21st kind of thing on a beta release date. So head over to savejoey.com to get on the wait list because it's coming. So what's the fastest way to take Figma design to an application? Yeah, there's a lot caught up in that. So there's a few ways. So A is a drag and drop builder. From where I'm sitting, I think that drag and drop is coming. I don't think it's prime time yet. I've used Webflow, and I will say it's amazing. Webflow is really, really good, and they're proving that drag and drop is on the way in a big way. However, I think that app development is just so complicated still. It's getting less complicated every day. But I think that it's going to be a while before we get to the point where you could literally just write out this is what I want, and then it goes and makes it for you, or you make a drag and drop builder from an app. There are some out there, and they get kind of the job done. The biggest thing is all apps rely on having an API hooked up to it, because if it's not hooked up to an API, then it's really just a website, because all you're doing is loading data and not allowing the user to interact with it. And so at the end of the day, an app is only an app because a user is able to pull down their own personalized data, change that data, and then store it on a server or on the device for later use, right? In order to do that, you need a database, or you need to store it on the local device. I don't think drag and drop builders rely on that. They rely on an API connection, which Airtable is what most of them rely on. And in fact, Tasktree, the first beta that we launched, tasktreeapp.com. So I'm a bit of a developer. I build in React. But yeah, it's actually not even. Oh, it is kind of working. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, heck yeah, it is working. Look at this. So this was my Tasktree beta. I built this thing in like 20 days, I think is how long it took me to develop that. And I used Airtable as a backend, but then I coded it myself. I could have used a drag and drop builder to connect to the API. However, both hooking up an API, although Airtable is pretty simple to use, it's just a little bit complicated to pull that data and connect it all and handle user security and everything like that. And so anyways, Yeah, it's that's probably the quickest way you could get into it right now is using a drag and drop builder with an API around, probably Airtable, using it as an API for the background. But yeah, I think the most efficient, or the not efficient way, I guess, but the way that you can get a really unique app that's really solid is by hand coding it, kind of thing. And so that's what we do. It's a bit time consuming, and to learn those skills takes a while of practice. I've actually got a video coming on like how to plan out how to learn, but it's funny, development. It's such a complicated topic that most people say, well, it's too complicated. It's not that simple to learn it, but it is. It's just that you have to do it. You have to do the work to sit down and work every day on all of your free time, but to build those skills, and so. I think if you're passionate enough to do it, though, you can do it. Like I did it. I taught myself how to design and develop. So, yeah. So there you go. Cool. Warwick XXX, appreciate you following me. Also, Big Monkey, what's happening? You joined the waitlist, Fizzy. Thanks so much for doing that. So once you keep a Joey alive for 1 week, you keep that Joey and you get a Joey currency. Well, so yeah, it's kind of a currency, right? It's like kind of the in-app, money, or in-game currency, I guess, because the currency really is that you saved money in real life. Now you have like 4 or 5 Joeys, and let's say that you for some reason you hit all of the pain, you just got really unlucky, and randomly every single Joey that you got was a Harry Styles Joey, and you're like, why is there a Harry Styles Joey? I don't want any of these. Well, you can't sacrifice all of your Joeys, but you could sacrifice 3 of them to upgrade your structure to like a really fancy upgrade, and so that's kind of the thing, is you save money in real life, you collect enough Joeys to the point where you're like, well, I'm ready to shed a few of these Joeys for structure. Let me do that, and so we've got this idea for a share a bowl, so you can share Joeys publicly. You can sort by trending, and then there's upvotes and stuff. Unlucky. Yeah, well, to each their own, I guess. But anyway, so let you can upgrade the watercolor, you can upgrade the structure to gold, and then there are dragon Joeys. So let's say that you collect dragon Joeys, and then you make a dragon's lair Joey. You know what I mean? Joey bowl. And so that's super cool. That's super curated as well. And so it's kind of how can you come up with a bunch of different curated Joey bowls? That's the whole idea of the game, kind of thing. So yeah. Oh, I missed one. Tori Small, thanks so much for following. I appreciate you. Bro, I'm so creative. Honestly, I do feel like I'm creative, but honestly, I didn't come up with this stuff. I was just this is gonna sound super corny, but I feel like I'm just a conduit of ideas. That's super weird. But yeah, I think that I was just riding the wave of cool ideas. Everybody was hanging out and dropping funny ideas, and I would just go do them and try to put them together in an actual way that actually makes sense, and so which is why this is really fun. So cool. Okay, so this is gonna be a rainbow color. When does it drop on the App Store? We're gonna be doing a test flight beta first, and then we're gonna get into the actual App Store launch. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be hitting beta, the test flight beta, around the 20th of July. So in about a week and a half to 2. No, actually that's 2 weeks, right? Yeah, 2 weeks from now. We'll be hopefully hitting beta to all of our test flight waitlisters, kind of thing. And so here we go. And then from there, I don't like to put a hard date on it, because we might launch it and be like, yo, this actually needs a really big rework, kind of thing. And so So I don't think it's going to need that, but it could, I guess. And so I think that we'll start with that. I'm hoping that launch will be sometime like the real version, iOS. You don't have to go download Test Flight. I think the first version will be somewhere in early August, I think. And so really excited to see how it's done. Yeah, honestly, it's so cool this process, because not only am I able to like bring you all in and help me make a better app, like we're also like I'm also able to like teach a little bit, like I just went on a huge tangent a minute ago about how apps work and how drag and drop is coming and all that, like that like that's so cool. None of you like even if you're not excited about app development or design, like it's still a cool thing to know, but you probably wouldn't get that served to your FYP usually, you know what I mean? So so I think that's a fun byproduct of all this. So ROYGBIV. Okay, 7. So Roy G Biv, am I right? I'm gonna make a rainbow for this. So basically what I'm doing here is you can upgrade the color of the water to either a flag or to a color of the hex code kind of thing. So will it be available? So if you're on the wait list for beta, which is at savejoey.com, you will be able to request for beta access. So go do that because beta is going to be hitting sometime around. We're shooting for. We're shooting for July 20th is the goal for that. I think that we're still on track for that. So right now, so that's good. So then so you can get on that. It is a test flight beta, and so from there we'll be probably launching early August is the plan. So Indigo, where you at? This is like Indigo, right? And then Violet is like that. Yeah. Any news on Digital Closet? Digital Closet will be... our process on that right now is we're finishing Joey's database this week. So we've got 2 developers. One is Ted. He's been working on the database and getting all of the functions blocks set up for us to be able to work with on the app. Once he's done with that, it's probably going to be around tomorrow or Wednesday. He's going to be moving on to Digital Closet's backend, and our other developer, Dylan, will be taking over. He's going to be getting the torch passed to him, where he is going to do the Joey front end stuff, all the UI that you see. He's going to turn the code and the server, or he's going to turn the server into actual usable app, and so that leads to where Digital Closet is probably going to be ready to do the UI side by August, and then we're going to be going hard on we're going to be wrapping Joey to be able to get to launch, and then we're going to be trying to get to beta on Digital Closet by the end of the month of August. So yes. Hey, love Minecraft. Thanks so much for following. We actually do have a Minecraft server on our Discord. So come over and hang with us. I haven't actually played on Minecraft in a little bit with the gang, but we might be picking that up again soon. So I am not on Twitch, but I am streaming currently on YouTube. So you can get a really high quality stream of this right now. You can see my face. Look at me. Hi camera. So go check me out on YouTube. I think we have a link in our bio to our YouTube. So okay. We've got it, everybody. We've got watercolors and structures. I think actually I love this layout, so I'm gonna go do this same layout over here. Yes. Sorry, I missed the last bit. Can we download this on iOS at all? Not right now. However, we're gonna be going into beta on it around the 20th of July. So in about 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be hitting that. So if you're not on the waitlist already, go to savejoey.com to get on that waitlist. it's really close, right? So 2 million likes. Yeah, we hit 2 million likes. I think last week. Was it? I don't know. It's been a crazy month, honestly. I for a long time was in like the pit of despair on content. I was like, I lost my compass a little bit around like what to post, and what was like important to our community a bit. And it was honestly, it was tough. I was struggling with content for a bit. However, I figured it out. But for about like 2 months, we were stuck around like 85,000 followers. And then in the past month we were at 150 now, or 140, right? 141, I think. So I don't know, but just your pillowcase, you just became our 140,000 follower or whatever. Thank you so much for following. Appreciate you. A day before your birthday. What up, Cole? Okay, sweet. So we are going to be on iOS and Android at the same time. We're probably. So what we like to do is not go too hard so we'd like to break out the beta testing as much as we can. But hey, who sent Lucas? Thanks so much for the flowers. You're the best. I appreciate you, and also following. Thank you as well for following, and also Haley Hadler or Halder. Welcome to the community. Thanks so much for following. I lost where I was at, so sorry everybody. When will it be available? July 20th is the plan for beta, and we'll probably be launching around the early August, like the first week of August. So busy bee designs. Thank you for following as well. Oh, are you a designer, or are you like a digital designer, or like what do you call it, like an interior designer? Because I know us designers, we've got, I call myself a designer, but I know that like if I was to search the design hashtag, it wouldn't be UI or UX design. It would be probably interior design stuff too. So you do too. Work now. It's hard to not spend so much. Well, cool. I hope that Joey's going to be able to help you with that, because it's so funny. I think there's like so many little quirks about this app that's going to be so cool, that is going to like be really important, there's like the fact that you don't get to know the color of or the accessory of your Joey until you hit the you don't get to know the color or the accessory of your Joey until they become of age, and they only become of age if you don't overspend for a whole week. Like the dopamine hit that's gonna happen there is gonna be so huge, because it's gonna be like I just busted my ass to not spend this week, and now I get to like open the app and see what it is. Like it's gonna be like the coolest loot box you could ever imagine. You know what I mean? Like, and you actually did real work in real life for it. It's I think it's so cool. So really looks like you keep the great work. So appreciate it. You're gonna have other flags as watercolors. Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do the tile of the flag, but basically all flags. So there is one of the accessories is flag skin Joey, and when there's a flag skin, you're going to be able to pick what flag is shown. And so we've got a lot of flags mapped out already. Probably don't have all of them, but we've got a lot so far. But yeah, it's going to be the same deal on the accessory as the watercolor. It'll basically you'll be able to pick whatever flag you want. I think we have a demo. Yeah, here you go. Here's the pride flag in the water, so you could do that if you wanted. So Harry Styles Joey, yeah. So the way that Harry Styles Joey came to be is somebody came on and was like, yo, I'm gonna I'll go pay $5 in Tasktree, which is our other app. like you don't have to pay in the app. You can like skip like pay zero if you wanted. And so they were like, yo, if you make a Harry Styles Joey, I'll go pay $5 in Task-Tree. And so I was like, let's go do this. And so that's how Harry Styles ended up in the app. So yeah. How do you sign up for the beta? Let me go put that as an answer pin. Yes, go to savejoey.com. You'll be able to get into you'll be able to request for beta access from there. So yeah. Can you do an Aussie Joey? So what is an Aussie Joey? Because like, is it just the kangaroo maybe? So it's funny. The other day, somebody came in and was like, "Yo, what's with the Australian theme?" And like I'm so in the fact that this is not a kangaroo anymore. Like, this to me is a dolpharoo. You know what I mean? And so I for a second I was about to say, like, what do you mean an Australian theme? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's a freaking kangaroo in the water. So then I managed to not make myself look like an idiot. I didn't say what do you mean? So yeah. Yeah, when will it be available for Android and iOS? Yes, and it's going to be on beta around the 20th of this month. So digits, let me go put Palestinian flag. Okay, I'll put a few more flags in for Zev and for you. So cool. Here we go. So we've got hold up. Sorry, there you go. Cool, okay. Let's make this one Colombia, because that was requested first. Colombia. Colombian flag. Found your content today and been sending to all your friends. Oh, that's so cool to hear. Yeah, thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. Honestly, it's funny how all this came to be. We when we joined TikTok had no plans to do like really any of this, honestly. Well, like we're a design agency, and we came on here trying to get clients for our design agency, and so that's how it started, and then now though, like, we are only really or not only so we do this for clients still. Basically, the way that it works is the profit that we make from clients goes to being able to fund this the development and design of these apps. And so it's kind of like cool how the cycle is working. I hope that it continues like that way. Like, basically, if we get clients from this, then that helps help pay for the apps to get made, because we are getting support from the community, right? But it's a pay what you can app, and you could pay zero if you wanted, and then also sorry, 1 second. And then also we just don't have like the user base to be able to like make a living off of this, and while also paying for development and design, and so basically the money, the as long as we keep getting clients out of this, then we're going to be able to keep creating these apps, and which will also keep funding the development for the future as well, because it's funny, we still have like we still don't like forecast the money that we make from supporting us in Task-Tree yet. Like, so Task-Tree is our only app that we've launched so far, and in that app, it's basically an ADHD to-do list app. And so in that app, there's a pay what you can, even if it's zero thing. And so because of that, we really, and we're only like 2.5 months into it right now, so it's really hard to say that we're going to consistently make this much money. So we haven't really like put that into our budgeting forecasts yet, the money that we make from these apps yet. And so it's really cool though when we do get paid by Apple and Google, where it's like, wow, like we don't have to put more money into really don't have to put more money into paying for payroll kind of stuff. It was really exciting this past time. So, but it doesn't make sense to have that with that. What do you mean? Hey, Enterhead, thanks so much for following. Appreciate you. Can you make a koala Joey for an ice cream present? What do you mean an ice cream present? What is that? Android and Denmark. So we do have Android coming. Basically, yeah. So all of our apps are iOS and Android. So out of the gate, I do believe we've got Denmark. Let me see. I know that people have requested for it before. Yeah, do we not have it? I guess we don't have it. Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'm like still, yeah, I'm still learning all these. Yeah, you see, we have a Denmark flag. It says that we do. Danish flag, I guess, is that the way? Where is it though? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Duh. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Denmark flag. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. You know, it's funny. When, I don't know if anybody has kids, but or you know, even if you don't have kids, if you've ever been to like the store to get like cold medicine, you go and you're like looking for a specific medicine, and like I swear I can't even look like I can't find one specific item. It takes me like an hour to like look back and forth because there's like too much going on, you know. So yeah, I'm doing a koala, so get that ice cream ready, okay? So are we going like cute koala? No, that's like too much like a normal bear. So the way that we've been doing the animal type Joeys is like we give them animal features. So like this is cow Joey and cat. There's a dog one too that looks a lot like a dog. Where is it? Here's the dog Joey. There's dog Joey. So now I think we'll do koala the same way. So by the way, Digits, thanks for following. Appreciate it. And thanks for hanging and suggesting the Palestinian flag. We're definitely gonna include all the flags before we get to launch. I just gotta go like through all of them. You know what I mean? So you love the cow one? Yeah, I know, right? Panda's a good one. My main concern is it might end up looking too much like the cow one, like if we don't do the spots like perfectly correct. So something to keep in mind when we get to it. So yeah. All right, koala, here we come. So first we're gonna start by doing the nose in a big way. I think that we'll do it like this. It kind of looks like a reindeer nose, right? Maybe just like make it really big. Okay. Yeah, panda. I think panda will come next, I guess. Okay. Okay. Actually, I like this ears. So the problem with the ears, gosh, it's gonna be a tough one because ears are always like tough because we can't edit the ear here. Like when we edit this ear, like that's already animated, so we've got to like build something on top of that ear to cover it. So I don't know. Animaniac Joey. That's cool. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that one in a second. These lives always end up being me making a bunch of accessories. So, you know, I guess I might as well just dig into it, you know. All right. What app am I using? This is called Figma. It is, yeah, it's the design program that we use. It's awesome. We're able to kind of like use work on the same file at the same time kind of thing, and so it's super nice for us to work with. Are there rare Joeys? Yeah, so So I think that the accessories are going to be the rare items. Yeah, if that makes sense. Because so basically, yeah, like hold on. Shit. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So the accessories themselves are what's going to be the rare items, because we didn't want to like anytime that we change the color of the Joey, it becomes a little bit more difficult to handle the animations for it because like what accessibility things. What happens if you change the watercolor on the bowl? You know what I mean? Then we've got the issue where you're we've got a Joey that you can't even see. So out of the gate, if we have that Joey appear and then you're just like, whoa, like where's the Joey at? Like I kind of see this blob, but like my eyes are playing tricks on me. I can't really see it. Damn, koala is tough. It's tough to do. Any ideas on how to make this better? Because I'm not feeling the koala. This doesn't look like a koala. Can you make a chore app with this concept? So we have a to-do list app called Tasktree, and it's a really cool to-do list app. It's meant for people with ADHD, but like also anybody who's looking to focus or plan their days. So I don't have ADHD, but I use it every day and it's awesome. So we just added the ability to do sharing on it. So I think that now's the time where you can really do chore chart stuff. So yeah, I definitely think that it could do that. We actually in Tasktree had already had a plan to do a gamified version of Tasktree. And so now I think that we have Joey in it. So we've already kind of like mapped that out a little bit where basically based on your task completion rate, the water in the Joey bowl will go away, kind of thing. So yeah, so that's that. I definitely think like Joey has a place in all of our apps to like really be like move you to like make you do things that like to build habits, I guess. You know what I mean? So yeah, you did see an astronaut Joey. Here you go. There's astronaut Joey. So there's gonna be combinations of Joeys, like like there. So this is Ziggy Stardust Joey, which is like David Bowie Joey. So David Bowie Joey could be wearing Jordans, like randomly could be. There could be and some of them won't be able to work with others. Like the Executioner Joey won't be able to have a monocle because you barely even see the monocle. So but the monocle could definitely work with both the top hat and with the bow tie. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make sets of Joeys that could like have different combinations, kind of thing. That's the idea. When is this out? You need it. I know. Yeah. So we're shooting for about 2 weeks from now that the beta hits, and yeah, so far we're pretty on track for that. I think that a few things will be could happen that leads it to another few days delay, but yeah, I feel pretty confident so far that we're going to be hitting that, and so yeah, stay tuned. If you're not on the wait list, go to savejoey.com to get on, because yeah, it'll be coming. So this looks like a mouse. It looks like a mouse. Tiago, thanks so much for following, and Bossy Fish or Boss Fishy, sorry, thanks for following as well. Koala riding, okay, appreciate that idea, because yeah, this doesn't fit. It's just tough to get it to work, but I love the idea of koalas riding. So, England Fairy, welcome to the community. Oh, thank you for following. Yeah. Really excited because also my national animal is from Australia. Sweet! That's cool. Isn't it like, it's like 2 a.m. for you in Australia now, right? Go back to bed, you crazy. No, don't, I'm just kidding. You should stay hanging out with me, okay? All right, we need to find a koala that's climbing. I love this koala, it's super cute, so we'll try to fit that one in. but also, yeah, I think we'll just work off of that koala. Okay. Cool. Hi, what's up, Fatma? What's up? And Ollie Carter, I didn't see you there come in. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Mouse Joey. So we do have a Mickey Mouse Joey. Where is it? Boop, boop, boop. So by the way, everybody, I live in Tampa, Florida, and currently there is a tropical storm headed my way. So if I'm not on tomorrow, it's probably because my power's out. Well, actually, no. I think it's coming like tomorrow afternoon, evening. So okay, here it is. There's Mickey Mouse Joey. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hi, how's it going? What is going on? Yeah, we've got a few Netherlands regulars actually, so you'll feel right at home here, hopefully. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. You know, it's I don't know. Like I think that every Floridian is kind of like we underestimate storms, I guess, because we've always gotten lucky with storms where stuff's on the way and it doesn't end up hitting kind of thing. And so yeah, hopefully it'll be another one like that. We'll see. This is a good layout for it. Yeah. Okay, so question, should the koala, maybe the koala's like grabbing the fin. That'd be cute, right? I love that actually. The koala is riding the fin. Yes, this is perfect. All right, here we go. So we got the hand grabbing. Ooh, this is gonna work perfectly, everybody. So, yeah. Well, I thought about the neck. Just the neck is so thick, right? I guess we can make it really small. It's just like the neck is also gonna like kind of tilt, So I'm just kind of like nervous about it like getting crushed on some of the animations, But nothing's really gonna mess with this fin. What do you think? Take a vote, everybody. Are we going fin or neck? Fin or neck? Tell me. Oh yeah, the gold Joey with so this is Ninetales Joey. I don't like it. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but Finn. Okay, we're going Finn. Yeah, let's really quickly run through all of the Joeys really quick. So, construction hat Joey. I'm just gonna run through them really quick. Naruto Joey's a big one. I like Mermaid Joey. Joey Potter. Yeah, we've actually had a lot of requests for that. I've never gotten around to making it, so I think I'll do that. We spent a lot of time the other day on Avatar Joey. Zombie Joey. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Joeys. We spend too much time on these accessories. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, koala. We're getting koala. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you all have heard this joke, but I'm gonna say it anyways as I'm working on this. Is why is a koala not a bear? And the answer is not because it's a marsupial. The answer is because it doesn't have the qualifications. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for that. I'm really sorry about that one, everybody. All right, cool. I'm done. So I'm gonna pack it in, everybody. There's enough for today. I'm just kidding. All right. And I'm actually surprised that this is the first time we were doing somebody suggested a koala. I expect my ice cream, Will work for tips. When you join and it's over. What's over? I'm not leaving. I was just joking about leaving, by the way. I'll probably be on for another hour or so. So, you're welcome to hang and stay with me. All right, the koala is looking good, looking good. Your local Slytherin bitch. Thanks for following. I love people's usernames. I'm going to say, if you follow me, I'm going to say your username, so get ready. By the way, have I missed any other followers? Yes, Ryuko. Thank you for following as well. Welcome to the community. Okay, I think that's what was legit the second I joined. I'm kind of worried. Okay. See Marklinger, what's happening? Yeah, what's the koala for? So that's gonna be one of the accessories on the Joey. So by the way, this is one of my favorite Joeys. Can you tell me what Joey this is? Sound off on it while I name out everybody who just followed. What's up, Samuel 1234 567 8912. You're the bomb for following. Big Genghis. Hey, Big Genghis, welcome to the community. Eek, that's a guy. Thanks for following as well. But yeah, anyways, this is actually 2001 VMA Britney Joey. So yeah, Lauren Emily, welcome to the community. Thanks for following. Will the app be available in Netherlands? Yes. So we're going to be launching the app globally. However, the banks, in order to connect your bank account, it will not be available for all countries. So let me list off the countries. Luckily, Netherlands is included in the countries that will be supported. So it's basically like the API that we use for the security and connection to all of the banks. That's an API called Plaid. You can go look it up a little bit to learn more about it if you'd like. But yeah, basically they handle the security and the connection to the bank accounts. And so so we are the banks that it covers are in. It's like and they said that they don't move into a country unless they cover it 100% bank coverage. So your bank should be included if it's in these countries. Here we go. The US, Canada, Ireland, UK, France, Germany, or no, sorry, not Germany yet. France, Ireland, I think I said UK, and Netherlands. Those are the banks right now that are covered. However, they're doing a big EU push. So they said that Germany should be coming in the next month or so. And then a few of the other countries as well are in there, are coming too. So stay tuned. But yeah, we're hoping to make the app really useful for people, still useful for people who have to do a manual entry mode. It's just, you're not going to be able to get as much timely reminders if you're not using the connection to the bank kind of thing. So, and by the way, you don't have to use the bank connection if you're in one of those countries. If you prefer to do it manual, you'll be able to do it in manual. So yeah, so Australia and New Zealand, there was really no timeline on that from them. I think because they're really European focused right now. However, there's other APIs that do similar stuff to Plaid, and so we're going to be looking into those. The main issue with that, though, is it becomes a new API that we have to regulate that we have to integrate into Plaid stuff. And so basically, if that API runs differently or has different data points that Plaid has, but they don't, or whatever, vice versa, then it becomes an issue where we have to make a new data set per API, which is not ideal, and it's harder to implement. It's not impossible to implement; it's just harder, and so that's why we're going to move slowly on those kinds of things. However, the plan is to do it as soon as we can, kind of thing, and so there you go. And then also on top of that is just connecting to each API takes time. That leads to more development work. So all of that to say, we're not leaving you high and dry, New Zealand and Australia. It's just for the launch, it won't be available in there to connect to your bank accounts. But as I said, we are going to be launching globally, so you will be able to use manual mode. So yeah. What's happening here? Yeah. So basically, each Joey that's born has a different accessory. So basically, every Monday you get a new Joey, and they will be a baby tadpole. The next day is Tuesday, and so they'll grow a little bit. Wednesday they'll grow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's not until Sunday that they're fully grown, and it's at that point that they start showing a personality through a randomized accessory. You don't get to pick this accessory; it's their personality. And so, so that's kind of the idea, is that we've just made a bunch of accessories. These are all the accessories we've got, and so there are. So right now we're working on a koala bear Joey. And then I'll explain manual mode a little bit. And I'd actually like to add a few more features to manual mode when I get the second. So that's why I'm not going to spend any more time on accessories. I'm so sorry if other people have ideas for accessories. I will be doing more accessories tomorrow, I promise. But yeah, until then, let me just finish this accessory really quickly. So this one is going to be koala bear hanging on Joey. Oh gosh, it looks so good. Okay, where's my ice cream? Who was it that asked for this? Ice cream. Oh geez, I love this one. This is so good. Yeah, Samuel sent the confetti. Yeah, what up? What up? It's the first time I've seen this. So what's the application for? Yeah. Let me dive into it a little bit. And the lollipop. And the good night. What the hell, Samuel? You're the bomb. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah. It's Liz Jean. Sent some roses. You're the bomb as well. Ooh, I appreciate it. So yeah, let me explain the app really quick, and then I'm going to dive into manual mode stuff. So basically what happens is you can connect your bank account, and what it does is if you connect your bank account, it goes back and scans all of your income. So even if you're an hourly worker or you get paid semi-irregularly, it'll average to a monthly average income. Then it takes all of the expenses that happen at the same time by the same name at the same price, and it labels those as bills. So, rent and Netflix, car payments, like those are going to be considered bills because they happen at the same time by the same price. So that is divided by 4.333 because that's how many weeks per month there are. And then that becomes a weekly budget. So the weekly budget is represented by the water in Joey's bowl. So as you spend your weekly budget, the water in the bowl goes down. And as long as you don't overspend, so you can spend $230 in that week. And then if you spend $231, then the Joey goes to the graveyard. If you don't overspend, then the Joey becomes fully grown adults, and you will be able to see what their personality is. And so the idea is that you kind of collect Joeys over time by saving money in real life, and then you get new Joeys every week. As long as you don't overspend, then you save them, which is why it's called Save Joey. And so you save money, you save Joey. Joey will keep you on track throughout the week by sending you alerts and notifications. And then you can also see cash flow to be able to compare your expenses versus your income. And then, you'll be able to upgrade the bowl so that, that castle in the structure, you can upgrade those to palm trees and stuff like that. However, those cost a certain amount of Joeys. So you'd have to sacrifice one of your Harry Styles Joeys in order to be able to upgrade to get to the fishbowl Joey. So, we came up with a bunch of lock screen notifications, but the idea is that if you're doing poorly on your spending that week, then the Joey will send you then a Joey from the grave who you've already killed will send you mean notifications. If you're doing good, then the Joey that you've sacrificed will send you positive notifications. So somebody asked how we make money. So all of this is kind of like a little bit of an advertisement in two ways. So obviously, when you download the app, it is free to use, free to download. We are going to ask you money to pay if you can support us. So you can choose to pay nothing. However, if you want to and you can definitely do that. And so that's one way that we'll be making money on this app. The other way is that being able to show our process and how quick and good we are. We've been able to get clients that basically the profit that we make from clients goes back into development for these apps. So so that's how this whole cycle is working. So it will be on Android, yes. So we build in what's called Flutter. So that allows us to have one code base to be able to spit out to both iOS and Android. Last thing I didn't mention was expenses. So expenses is it's like a traditional budgeting app feature where you'll be able to see your monthly budget and how much you have left to spend. It'll show your bills. It'll show you all of the bills total that is expected versus what's already been paid this month. And then everything else will go into variable expenses. From those variable expenses, you can convert those into different lists. So, say that you go to Target and you buy, groceries. You can turn that into a rule where every future Target purchase goes into the groceries bills kind of thing. So, so there you can set a goal budget for the month, and then you can see how well you're doing on that budget kind of thing. So, so no, there will not be ads. However, we do plan on adding an optional ad. So in our other app, Tastery, it's a to-do list. People were saying that they would love to support, but they don't have the money to support us. So the idea is that you can watch an ad to support us if you'd rather not pay, and you can manually watch an ad kind of thing. So that you'll be able to do from the settings now. You'll be on this app. So. Do you get anything for paying like a Joey with a gold hat with money? We thought about that, and we might do that. Like Fortnite, it obviously works, right? Like Fortnite has proven that skins, upgradable skins, works. My only thing is I don't like freemium. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's like literally the only purpose of it is to make money. That's not what we're after here. For me, why I like to do this every day is that legit, this might actually help people save money. You know what I mean? And so if I can be a part of that, then that's why I'm doing this. And so because of that, when you save money, we're gonna be like, hey, can you help support us? So then it's like, hey, we did our job. Can you help us? And that's kind of when we're gonna ask you for money. I don't know. We might add skins and stuff, but I don't know. For me, I'd rather avoid that stuff because it gets away from the line of truth that we're after, which is helping people. That's just something that's to make us money kind of thing. Which I guess if you would do it and you're like, I want to support you, but it's kind of like, why would I support you for no reason? Then maybe it's that. I don't know, but I don't know. I think that I'd rather avoid it if we can. So we'll see. Yes, you can put it on your home screen. So how it's going to work is there's a widget, and every few seconds it's going to cycle through these three things. So it's going to be the weekly budget, and by the way, it's going to be all percentages. So that way, if somebody sees on your phone, you won't be able to they won't be able to know how much money you make or whatever. So it'll be 100% left this week on your budget. So these Joeys won't be moving around in the widget. By the way, it'll just be a static picture probably. And then you'll be able to see how much money you have left this month, and then all of your categories, it'll show just a rough outline of how much you have left. And so every few seconds it'll cycle through it. So love the widgets. Yeah, sweet. And by the way, before anybody asks, yes, there is a dark mode. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it too. That you think that people donate when you see that it helps. And actually, so Tastery, that's our other app that we have launched. It's ADHD to-do list app, and so it's not as fun as Joey. However, we do have about 10% of people are who sign up end up supporting us in the app, and which is so cool. Like they could literally pay nothing, but they choose to help us out, and so that's why it also gives us strength to be able to do it again and save Joey. That as long as those things work out the same numbers, then we should be able to keep the lights on, kind of thing. So second one is called Task Tree. Task Tree. You see, Task Tree. So yeah, but it's super cool. It's in our bio link too, by the way. So can you add an option in the settings to have money shown on the widgets? Oh, that's a cool idea. Actually, me personally, I would probably want that too, because nobody ever uses my phone. It's just me. So it's like either me or my wife, and we share a bank account. So it would be kind of pointless to hide that. So that's a good idea. I love that. Let me go add that in the settings really quick. Okay, let's do a toggle. Show percentages in on home screen widgets. There you go. Okay. Woo-woo. I just realized I never turned on music this whole live. I usually can't focus without music. I don't know. Does anybody the same way? I'm like I require flow state big time to design and develop, and so yeah, I think I'm just feeling it today. So that's why I'm able to just hang and chat, But now that I'm thinking about it, I can't not focus. I need to turn on music. So hold on a second. Okay. I think people with ADHD won't be opening the app that much. Yeah. And so that's the thing, is let's talk about specifically how we address ADHD features. So obviously there's a lot tied up in the hold on. There's a lot tied up in the actual game aspect of this. Why task, or sorry, thank you for downloading Task Tree. I just read your comment, but the idea of having a fixation on something that's not real, but it kind of is to you. Being able to focus on, instead of purchases, focus on keeping your Joey alive. That's a big one, right? Then there's the dopamine hit that comes from when your Joey's born, right? First of all, we're gonna have an egg hatching animation. Let me pull that up while I continue to talk. It's gonna be loading in the background, but so it's gonna come in as a tadpole, and every day it's gonna grow up. So every day there's a reason to open it and see oh look, that Joey's growing up. Blah blah blah. The Joeys will be moving around and floating around, so that they'll be kind of alive. And the way that it's gonna animate, I'll also show that too. Is it's randomized every second. The way that the algorithm is going to work is every second there's going to be no, it's not that one, shit. So every second there could be either 0 or all of your Joeys moving, and then also there's this grid that they animate in. It's really complicated, but basically it's a 10 by 10 grid, and so from the center point is where the Joeys can move. They can move 3 spaces on the grid at any point. And so all of the Joeys will be able to move at all points and connect with each other in that way. And so they'll be kind of sitting there swimming with each other. Let me show you the animation. Finally, it's loaded. All right. Boo. Okay, here we go. So yeah, here's a little tail wag for you, right? So every once in a while, a Joey will tail wag because they're excited about something. So maybe they'll move as well, right? So that's moving to the right. Now let's make it move to the left and down instead. And then also, yeah, there you go. You see? So it's super, super cool, fluid motion. And so they've got a mind of their own. That's the idea of this whole thing. Is each one has a mind of their own, because you don't get to pick their accessories. It's them picking them, and they move around without your consent, I guess. And so throughout that week though, you're man, I'm 2 days away from knowing what accessory this Joey's gonna have. Let me just buckle in this weekend and not overspend. and then I'll be able to see what the Joey is. And so, oh, look at that, it's in a job Joey. That's awesome. I've been wanting that one forever. And so, and then like it's gonna be so exciting when you see when you get like VMA Brittany Joey. You're gonna be like, what the hell is that? I love it, you know. And so, yeah, so. All the game is huge, right? The game is a big part of this, obviously. However, I think that alerts is a big part too, where basically it's going to monitor your cash flow and your expenses, and then it'll give you positive notifications. It'll give you reminders around bills, and then it'll give you warnings when you're on track to overspend or you have a low cash flow. And so all of that is going to be proactive stuff, And so that's the biggest concern around the manual mode. Like for people in Australia, like they're not going to be able to connect to their bank account right on when we launch because the API doesn't connect to those countries. And so like how can we make manual mode really solid and still be proactive for people? You know what I mean? And so that's the thought on the manual mode that we've got to cover on it. And before I go any further, I need to thank Ethan Klee for following. I really appreciate you doing that. Leave Velstra, if you're still here, thank you so much. And Vendor67, welcome to the community as well. Yeah. Can you see multiple accounts on one page? So for now, no. So the reason for that is basically each account that a person connects costs us 25 cents per account. So if you connect 4 accounts, it would literally cost us $1 a month to be able to support that. And so we're really nervous about that while also having a zero pay what you can option. And so that's not on you, right? Like that's our decision to still allow the zero account right now. However, the reason where we're feeling that that it's a thing that could lead to issues that isn't really going to bring much additional features is this is meant to be like a checking account where this is your day-to-day spending account that you connect. And so when you do that, that's going to be able to allow us to monitor that cash flow in a really good way. So like connecting your savings account or your credit cards really isn't necessary because at the end of the day, you're still going to pay from your checking account for your credit card. So that like that's a bill, or whatever, So that's how we're looking at it right now. I think that in the future we're going to be adding savings and debt payments and everything like that. And so I think at that point is when we're going to open up other accounts, and then even at that point we might even have to charge an additional to be able to connect more accounts. Just because, like if we allow everybody to add as many accounts as they want, then we could really, have a big issue on keeping this app alive, kind of thing. So, Molbasaur, what's up? Thanks for following. Superboy Soap 525, welcome to the community. Yeah, Cold 5 or F27. Yeah, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it too. So. I'd totally be able to. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll do that then. We'll add, because it's not that hard to add the additional accounts as far as development goes, kind of thing. So, can you choose between euro and dollars? Yes. So how we're going to do it is, first of all, you'll be able to connect to your account if you're in a euro country. So don't stress about that. And then, based on your location, we're going to put a default currency, and then you'll be able to change that currency if you want. So, yes, I had to know. Different currencies. Yes. Definitely will be able to do that. So, making like one account stay potentially free, and then allowing people. Yeah, that's cool. I think we'll do that. I think that's a really good idea. What's up, Kuhn? How you doing? Yeah, because that's another one of those things. Like, earlier I was talking about how, paying for skins is a little bit like away from our ethos of like making an impact. However, like we can't be, risky. Like I guess we can't make stupid business decisions out of like trying to do good. If it's going to put us out of business, then it's going to keep the good from happening on other people, kind of thing. So I think that's the greater good debate. I guess I feel confident that I feel good about charging people for additional features if it costs us money, I guess, it's funny. For a while, I was like really anti-freemium, and like people like Zev, you've been around for a while. You've probably heard me say like "fuck freemium" a lot, and it's because most freemium is arbitrary. Like it's just like, yeah, this feels like a good revenue generator, so let's add it, but stuff that's literally gonna cost us money if we don't charge for it. We can do a little bit, right? But if it'll be a little reckless if we don't do it beyond that. So, what does the feed button do? Yes, let's talk about the feed button. It's going to be available in about 2 weeks. So go to SaveJoey.com to get on the wait list. Okay. And also, I do like your cool hat. So, yes. So, okay, feeding. What does feed do? So, first of all, where the fish comes from is because it's actually your monthly budget. So, say that you make $2,000 in average income per month, then you have $1,000 in bills. Well, that means that you have $1,000 in monthly budget to spend on everything else, like credit card payments, groceries and Amazon purchases, right? All of that, because it's not a fixed monthly cost, it's not considered a bill, so it goes into your monthly budget. So then you have the weekly of $230 because $1,000 divided by 4.333, it turns into $230. So we have the weekly budget represented by the water. There's also $1,000 of the monthly budget represented in the amount of fish that you have to feed. So basically you press this button and fish will drop from the top of the bowl. All of the joeys will climb up to the top of the bowl. Here you go. Yeah. They'll all move up to the top and like be eating that fish, right? And so you could have like 5 minutes of pure joy just like holding this button down and watching all of the joeys eat, But then, basically, it's like a representative of your budget. So it's not going to actually affect your monthly or your weekly budget. It's more of like a game mechanic to be able to say like, yo, like you should probably stop feeding all of these joeys because you're on track to overspend on your fish. But if you feed all of your fish this month to, like all in one day, then for weeks you won't have anything to do to be able to feed your fish. So the thing you hate most about the app, it says free, looks amazing. It's just a taskless app. Charges $30 a month. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. You're talking about like other apps, that kind of thing, right? Totally agree. Like. And we have the opportunity to do this because we get so much feedback early on that we have a little bit more to like gamble on as far as like there's not so much design development and reworking costs that have gone into all this stuff. We can start like we can start from like step 2 or 5, whatever. I don't think a premium would be good, but having each upgrade available with a small charge each would let people. Yes, totally agree. I love that idea, Mulbasaur. Let's do it. Okay. So let's see here. Select Joey's. Okay. There you go. Dope. All right, sweet. So we've got the ability now. What I'm doing right now is once you select an upgrade, then you can you have to choose which joeys you want to sacrifice. So, Mr. Weeb, what joey do you want? Or did we already make a joey with you? I'm sorry if we did and I forgot. What happens if I have 4 joeys? And don't sacrifice. Yes. So there are 5 joeys per bowl. That's the maximum. And so what happens is, thanks for following, Mr. Weed. Appreciate you. So what happens when you get a 6th joey is a new bowl appears. So basically that's really where the game gets really fun, I think, is or I think it's gonna be fun. I don't know because I haven't played it, right? Yeah, let me explain the sacrifice a little bit. So, that's like the dark edge to this game, I guess. But so basically, so every week you get a new Joey, right? And if you don't overspend, then you get then that Joey stays alive for the next week. And so how from there how it works is so after 5 weeks of saving, you'll have 5 Joeys, and only 5 Joeys can fit in a bowl at once. And so when you save another week, a 6th Joey appears, and it comes into the second bowl. And so from there, you can drag Joeys from this bowl into that bowl, and that's where you can really start curating, where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to move all the Harry Styles Joeys into one bowl, and then I'm going to move the bowler hat Joey to bowl number 1 kind of thing. So, yeah, it's not a game. It is a budgeting app. You know, it's funny because it's really like it's kind of game, but it's actually a budgeting app because you save money in real life, and then that allows you to save your Joeys kind of thing. So, yeah. What's the name of the game? Please answer me. So sorry for delay, but it's going to be called Save Joey. So that's the idea is you save money in real life, and then you save that allows you to not kill your Joey, which allows you to keep your Joeys alive. So. It's a gamified budgeting app. Yeah, no, it does not steal your money. So how we're gonna be asking for money is whenever you save money during a week, we'll be like, yo, we saw that you saved $10 on your budget last week. Can you help support us, kind of thing. You can choose to say no money, to say zero to that as well. So you don't have to pay if you don't want to. Is the second bowl part of the budget, or is it just? Yeah, it's just a Joey holding cell. So basically, let me show you really quick. So as this one goes down, so too will the other bowls go down as well. So I think in the future we're going to change that, where there'll be different types of budgets that you can do, but it's just a little too complicated to target right now. So yeah, it's the coolest budgeting app I've ever seen, right? It's like. Yeah, and we it's funny we didn't start this cool. We started really traditional. We were thinking of graphs and stuff like that. But then we ended up going down this path, and I'm so glad we did. So somebody asked for a gamer Joey. We tried to do a gamer Joey, and this is what we came up with. They're basically like in a VR headset with a headset on. So yeah. You will pay $1,000 to save your Joey. Yes, exactly, right? So that's the idea, is you don't want to see your Joey go, Yeah. We do have a cowboy hat Joey. Where is it? Here it is. There's cowboy hat Joey. It's kind of like Indiana Jones vibe too. So yeah. So yeah, there's basically endless bowls if you never sacrifice your Joey. Yes, exactly. We do have a scuba diver Joey. Well, yeah, I know. It kind of looks like a scuba diver, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, it's a little too snorkel-y, right? Maybe if I round those edges, it looks less snorkel. Let's see. Or maybe if we, make it less pronounced. That looks more snorkel. Are there anime themed ones? Yes, so we've got Avatar Joey, and we've got Naruto Joey. Are you legally eligible for the sacrificing of Joey? I don't know. Make a Joey with Yeezus. How do we do that though? Because there's let's see, just the album or actually Kanye, because there's no iconic Kanye look, I guess, you know what I mean, it's just it is Kanye, so I guess we could just put Kanye's face on it, but I don't know. Oh, the shoe. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Here, let's, we've got a Jordan's shoe, actually. Where is it? Here you go. You see? So let's go. Let's do it. When does it release? So we're shooting for a July 21st beta. And so yeah, so really just like a few weeks away actually. And so it's really cool because all this started like I think less than a month ago is when it started, and we're already talking about beta release really soon. So I'm super stoked about being able to like have that quick of a turnaround this time. So all this started but with Task Tree. That was our first app, and that one started because we like posted a concept of a video or of an app that we weren't even planning on building, and then it kind of blew up, and then we had a bunch of comments like asking for features and stuff, and we're like, yo, let's go make this app. And so yeah, like it took about I think it took like 6 months before we had we went from that to actually launching the app. We had the beta in like 30 days because I made like a really rushed web beta kind of thing. But yeah, it ended up super cool, that app did. And so, but now we've got this opportunity to like really capitalize on the energy here by having such a quick turnaround. So I'm really excited to be able to do this so quickly, this time around. We also have another app that's coming soon. It's called a Digital Closet, and it's basically it's exactly that. You upload your closet, and then it like generates clothes for you. We're gonna get into like machine learning on that one eventually, where like it'll like start learning your own preferences on the closet, and then yeah, but anyways, that app is coming right after this one, and it's funny because like that one has, I think like last I checked it was like 18,000 waitlisters for that one, and all of it started a while ago too. So I kind of feel bad that we've kind of put that one a little bit on the back burner to be able to capitalize on this Joey energy, but I don't know, it's just like there's something about Joey that is so cool that we just can't do. We like it's gonna be huge. Like it hasn't. I think we're over 9,000 waitlisters, which is really big, right? It's not as big as Digital Closet though. So sometimes I feel a little like, are we doing the right thing? But then when I'm sitting here and there's like 20 people telling me like super excited about this app and stuff, like on the live, and it's like, yeah, we're doing the right thing here. So yeah. So think of this moment, right? When Mr. Weave, you suggested that we make a Yeezus shoe, and so think of the moment that you get the Yeezus shoe, Joey. You're gonna be like flip out, right? It might take months to get to that point, right? Because you don't get to choose the Joey. They come randomized accessories, and so it's going to be super super cool when people who have suggested accessories, like when they get the accessory that they suggested. You'll never know those moments, but those moments are going to happen, and I can't wait to I don't know, hear about them. I guess is all that'll happen. But yeah. How's this? Oh geez, the lines are a little bit rough. Yeah, I'm back. We do have a katana Joey. So the best we could come up with, because we tried so hard to find a way to put objects in Joey's hands, but it was just so tough to because it's a fin, it just feels awkward. It didn't feel right, and so we came up with a katana duct taped to the fin Joey. So and then that so not all so sometimes you'll get that Katana Joey only, and then sometimes you'll get Straw Hat Joey, but then sometimes you'll get Straw Hat with the Katana Joey. You know what I mean? Like a combination of it. So it's gonna be super cool to like to get those random ones. You know, so okay. So let's go put. I think that all of those lines are gonna feel okay once we get it to be like really small to the foot, you know. Oh gosh. Nice. Can you do one with like a little colonial in uniform? I love that idea. So look, I would love to, but I really need to get some more designs done around where are we? Okay, we've got this done. No, I gotta get like select buttons on these. But yeah, we need to figure out manual mode a little bit because so for people in countries that are not supported by the by Plaid's API, I really want to make it still a really good experience. And so I think the biggest thing on that to be able to so the biggest idea of the proactivity of this app is going to be where Joey, based on your spending habits that week, is going to send you these notifications telling you to like, hey, you know, get back on track kind of thing, and then bring you back into the app to be able to manage your cash flow and like see like, okay, what do I need to change and everything, and all that. So you should contact it with PayPal or something. Well, actually, in the app, that we're going to be asking like for a support modal. Like you'll be able to pay nothing, but you can also pay in there. So, but yeah. Yeah, I'd love to get into more accessories, but we just don't have. I want to make sure that I finish some of these design features. So, PayPal could definitely make it accessible worldwide. I guess like my only thing is like who, like does anybody actually run like their entire like day to day expenses through PayPal? Because yeah, it would be separate from the API of Plaid. So Plaid's API, they handle U.S., Canada, Ireland, U.S., Canada, Ireland, UK, France, Netherlands, and Spain. Those are, and then they're gonna be coming into Germany really soon, and then the rest of the EU is their target for the next few quarters. They said so. I don't think Norway. Yeah, so Norway I don't think is covered yet. And so so that's what I want to get into now is like, so how do we help people in Norway who want to use this app, but still like, you know, like anybody even in those other countries like in the US, you could choose to not you could choose to skip the linking to the bank accounts. And so what that's going to take you to is this, where basically you input your monthly bills and your average monthly income, and so then that will come up with the budget. But then we need to take it a little step further at that point too, is, you know, how do we set individual bills, right? We need to be able to say like have bill reminders as well, so that way you can be notified of them when you're about to have to spend on them. And yeah, so I think that's a big part of it, is the data entry of, you know, setting up your plan for the month, and then it's just every time you open the app, we'll ask you a quick question of like, hey, you know, how much have you spent this week on groceries? And then you'll just type that in real quick, and then it'll be done. And then it'll be like, thanks, we'll ask you something else later, or you can ask more, so or answer more. So I think that's what we need to do right now. So make it VIPs. What is VIPs? Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. The thing is with using other APIs is it takes a bit longer for us to develop, because we then have to set up integrations with those specific APIs, which isn't like difficult. It's just time consuming, you know. And so that's why we're gonna just use one API in the beginning, and then we're gonna connect as much other APIs as we can as soon as we can. So in manual mode, wouldn't it be best to just set up the monthly bills? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I guess what do you all think? I think that you input your income, average income, and then you input your average bills, or all of your bills. You would input those, and then when you do that, it would then ask you for dates on when you make those payments, and then from there, all it asks you when you open the app is, did you pay this bill, and also how much did you spend so far this week? And so and then from then it's on you to like go to your bank account and like, you know, double check all of that and stuff. So we do not have a flip-flop, Joey. I love that idea. Honestly, we haven't explored shoes enough, and there was a bunch of people requesting good ideas for shoes. So I hope you come back tomorrow. I'm going to dive into accessories some more tomorrow. But before I do that, we need to get the manual mode done. So yeah, we've got all this onboarding stuff up here. I think that we should still have the normal onboarding. So let me show you these little animations. They're super good. Here we go. So it is a budgeting management app, but you have Joey's. Yes, exactly. Yep. So yeah. So let me explain actually, and it's gonna. So when you say what your budget is, it's first gonna jump in to this, and so it'll say, you know, welcome. There's your first Joey, and then while that's happening, it's gonna show you this animation. Here we go. So here, let me restart it. So the Joey is gonna hatch from their egg, and they're gonna open and blink for the first time, and then fly off to the side. So that's the first step. And so basically, that's when it's gonna explain like, hey, there's your first Joey. So then it's gonna say, you know, as you spend your weekly budget, the water in my bowl goes away. So here we go. Let's show what that's gonna look like. Here we go. Look at the flopping. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. So yeah, that's the flop. And then it's gonna explain that, you know, us Joeys grow every day, and if you don't overspend, you'll get a new one. So that plays this animation. See the little evolution animation, and then from there it jumps you into the app. It asks you to send you push notifications, and then the next time you reopen the app, it's going to ask to set up a pin code if you want, kind of thing. So how does it work for other currencies? Yes, so it's going to default to your local currency based on like your location, I think, because even if we don't get your location, I think we could still get your rough IP address, which will show us the country, kind of thing. And then that'll set a default. I think you'll be able to override that as well from there. And so these right now, they look like sliders. I think we're going to actually use input fields for these, just to make it so that anybody can input whatever they want, kind of thing. Especially for manual mode. So let's say you have 3 Joeys and I accidentally have a shopping spree. Would all 3 of your Joeys die? No. So how it works is, actually this is perfect. So let's say that this Joey is your newest Joey. So if you overspend, right, then this is the Joey that dies. Just your most recently born Joey dies. So yeah, I'd be the one that would change it to dollars so it looks like Moorism from UK. Why you go by dollars even though you're in the UK? Okay, so we need some interstitial screens around here. That's going to do manual mode stuff. And another month they get 376. What do you mean by that? Manual mode. Okay, so since you're going manual, here's what we need to set up. Here's what we need to set up. Okay, so we got to talk about bills. We got to talk about what else do we need to set up? Notification schedule. Input bill amounts and dates to be reminded. To be averaged in your weekly budget. How does it take the Joey to die? Like if I spend your budget on Monday, will they suffer until Friday? Yeah, I think how we're gonna do it is the Joey will still grow up day by day. It'll just because basically I thought of that where basically like let's say that you have $230 of budget per week, and on Monday you spend like $220. Like obviously you're on track to overspend, and so I was like maybe if you're on track to overspend, they're kind of like unhealthy, and so they'll be they won't grow or something. But I think that it'll still at least for now it's still gonna grow day by day, and then it's just that when come next Monday if you overspend, then that Joey's gonna go to the graveyard kind of thing. So. Anastasia 8974, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Welcome to the community. This is a great place to just hang out. So and I'm super glad that you're so hyped. I'm hyped for this new process. I think this is the only way that I want to make apps again. So will it be free? Yes. So this is free to download, free to use, and we're gonna ask you every once in a while if you can help support us. By every once in a while, I mean whenever you save money, we're gonna ask you if you can help support us. Is the plan? So basically, yeah. But when we ask you, you can say 0 on the payment there. So basically, there's no payment kind of thing. So is there a set release date? Right now, the goal for beta is the 20th to the 21st of July. So in about 2 weeks is the hope. So head over to SaveJoey.com to get on the wait list. That's SaveJoey. .com. All right, like this. You see. Will you be able to visit friends' tanks and trade Joeys? That's such a cool idea to trade Joeys. So we have this idea of share a bowl, where if you curate a really cool bowl, you could share it publicly on a feed, and there's going to be like an upvote button. But yeah. Never heard of the tradable, which I love that idea. So maybe I think that's a really cool idea. So let me go write that down really quick. Tradable Joeys? Question mark? Zzz? Question mark? Zzz? Okay. I think that we should also allow a do this later button. Nice. Should make it so Joey slowly growing. It'll be more realistic. Yeah, I think like so. First off, I think that I would love to show the Joeys like progressively growing, so it's like by the end of the day, it looks a little different than the morning. I think that'd be really cool. However, like doing it longer term, where it's like monthly or something, would just not be as rewarding because you like it's kind of like I did great last week, like and I got rewarded for it. That's what I'm after for this. Where you wouldn't get that so much if it was a complete monthly kind of thing. Even if you got, weekly Joeys. Okay. So you're saying that like you would just like it would grow really like more linearly instead of like day by day. So okay, that's cool. I think I would love to get into that. The problem is all of these movements are I have to animate them individually. So it's really complicated. But basically, here, let me show you how like Monday works. So this is Sunday Joey, or fully grown Joey. So all of these are individual animations. So you can see like -2 +3. So that means that animation is going from the green point 1, 2, and then +3, 1, 2, 3. So that means that the Joey's going to move down to this yellow dot here, right there, -2 +3. Then so basically I have to do each animation for each life stage of Joey. So there's I think there's 3 times 3 times 3. No, I think it's 9 times 9, right? Yeah. So there's actually 80. No, that doesn't make sense. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 times 7. So there's 48 animations that I've done, and so I have to do that for every life stage of Joey. And so I would have to also do that like by the hour then as well, which would be super intense kind of thing. So yeah, we do have more than 4. It's actually like each day is 1. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's how we're doing that. So what pronouns do I use? I go by he, him. Okay, so get started, do this later. Great. So now when you press get started, we'll go ahead and let me just map out what we're going to input. So we have to add many bills. Each bill gets amount, date. Yeah, amount and date. Oh, and toggle to get reminded. Okay, that's it. And then notifications, choose, you can create notification rules. So the rules could be, daily at a specific time, or X per week, X per day, X per month, and then inside of those days you can set rules to override the general notifications. Okay, if I sacrifice enough Joeys, can I buy the Joey I want for, let's say, 4 Joeys? Oh, that's cool. So like actually buy upgrades. I never thought about that either. So that kind of messes the mechanic up a little bit, but in a good way. Like it's still, at the end of the day, the idea is collect a lot of Joeys, like save money to collect Joeys to be able to upgrade your bowl, to be able to curate it better. So maybe what we can do is like you get a pack, like and so maybe we loot box it a little bit. So you can buy, like you can save a lot of Joeys to get loot boxes of accessories. Yeah, that's cool. Gosh, I love that idea. Cringe Lord, you're killing it today. I appreciate you. Um, buy Joey accessories for a lot more money, a lot more sacrifice value. There you go. You're killing it too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gunner 3400. You're the bomb. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I would love to stay doing this, but it's a holiday day, and I promised my wife that I would take a half day. So I'm out for the day. I appreciate you all hanging with me. I'm going to be back on tomorrow. I think probably around 11:30 Eastern time in the morning. So, yeah. So long as the hurricane doesn't hit me, I guess. But all right, everybody. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for hanging, YouTube.